All I can say is that the fake news just doesn't get it, do they?
And the fake news, they're gutless. They're afraid. There used to be this old saying, comfort the afflicted and afflict the comfortable. That was the mission of journalism, but no more, no more. Now, you've heard about what happened, obviously, in Kentucky, the horrible tornado. And this is the Amazon warehouse that was destroyed. You know that 6 Amazon employees were killed. Questions are being raised about, well, were they ordered to stay in a tin can as a tornado was bearing down? Text messages between one Larry Verdon, the employee, and his girlfriend suggest he might have been ordered to stay inside. Amazon won't let us leave, he writes. And she replies, so what are you doing? I hope everything is okay. I love you. Seriously, you saw that storm, right? I mean, you don't want to be in a tin can, and that's what a warehouse essentially is when this thing comes by. We don't know all the answers at this point, but we do know that Amazon can be very, very tough on their employees. Now, Jeff Bezos is like the overall guy in charge, but the day-to-day manager, the CEO, is a guy named Dave Clark. And quite a reputation he has. The sniper who transformed Amazon's delivery system. The story goes like this. Clark described his early career habit of lurking in the shadows of Amazon warehouses and scoping out slackers he could fire, which earned him the nickname the Sniper. Nice guy. Now, why isn't anyone really pursuing this? I mean, this has to be answered, don't you think? Well, Jeff Bezos is one of the most important men in media. He owns a newspaper, of course, his Amazon streaming services. They have about half the movies on it ever made. This guy is a very, very big deal, and, well, very few want to take him on. But even though he had a great idea in the 90s, doesn't mean he really gets it anymore. Take these silly launches into space, 50 miles up. I noticed this. When he went with his friends there back in the summer, the first space shot, he came home and did the strangest thing in the world. He handed Van Jones, a CNN talking head, a check for $100 million. He really did this.
We need unifiers and not vilifiers. We want people who argue hard and act hard for what they truly believe, but they do that always with civility. We have 2 awardees today. They'll each be getting $100 million to direct to the charities of their choice as they see fit. The first Courage and Civility Award goes to Van Jones. Van, come on up.
Van Jones, the Courage and Civility Award. Have you ever seen him on CNN? He said awful, awful things about Republicans. He's called us racist. He said horrible things about anybody who's ever supported Trump. And he does it like out loud in front of this is Mr. Civility.
How were the Republicans able to push things through when they had less than 60 senators, but somehow we can't?
Well, the answer to that is they're assholes. Barack Obama's not an asshole.
Isn't that cute? When Mr. Civility himself calls Republicans a-holes. Give him $100 million because he's so civil. Now, why did this happen? He's not civil. He's a nasty talking head on CNN. Well, here's the deal these days. You go into space with 3 of your white friends, and you're woke and you're liberal. Guess what? They're going to say something about that. Where's the diversity? You hand out $100 million checks to the nearest black guy you can find who's in a position like Van Jones, and all said and done. You're good. You're good. Very weird world we live in. Criticizing, for the people on the left, by the way, I mean, human beings don't act like this, but leftist maniacs do. You can't even criticize Kamala Harris, or else you're racist. Yes, Kamala Harris is having a lot of problems, and people across the political spectrum have noticed it, including Peggy Noonan. She wrote the following in the Wall Street Journal this past weekend. She doesn't seem strong in public. She seems scattered and unprepared. Now, by the way, we've all seen that, right? But if you say that and you write it and you're a white person, watch out.
column essentially saying Vice President Kamala Harris needs to be more humbled. What do you make of that one?
Absurd. And we've gotten to the point where I'm ready to call this stuff racist and sexist. We've dealt with this for months now. The criticisms of Kamala Harris are just so far out of pocket. They're not based in any reasonable assessment of her performance.
Well, I'm sorry, but we've all seen Kamala Harris being kind of ridiculous everywhere she goes, from Guatemala to the gas station. She's kind of a hysterical, nervous person, and she's not impressing too many people. But again, criticizing her, wow, they will come after you. Even so-called conservatives will come after you. Do you know who Nicole Wallace is? She was in the Bush White House. There she is between the president and his chief advisor, having fun, it looks like, spinning the Iraq war. She came out guns blazing. If you say anything about Kamala Harris and you're a white female Republican, I mean, it's astonishing that they get to say this stuff on television. This is actually, during the campaign, somebody dared criticize the vice presidential nominee at the time, Kamala Harris.
When you're a white woman and you're a Republican, there's just certain stuff culturally that you don't know jack bleep about. And you should keep your mouth shut when other people dance. I mean, what is that line in there about dancing to a drum beat? This, to me, felt tone deaf. It felt nasty. It felt personal. And it felt bitchy.
Wow, tone deaf, nasty, and bitchy. Well, she might actually have some special insight into this. After all, she was a co-host on The View for a little while. Serious people are having a serious conversation. Actually, it's a ridiculous conversation that somehow criticizing Joe Biden and Kamala Harris is un-American and a threat to democracy. Serious people are actually saying this. Is criticizing Joe Biden a danger to democracy? It goes like this. An interesting debate has broken out about the press's role in protecting our too fragile institutions and raveled civic fabric from a Trumpian assault, and whether the media, in an effort to support democracy, must unflinchingly support Biden as well. It's amazing that that's even a debate, but those who say you shouldn't criticize Biden, they're actually winning. And it's very, very bizarre. Look, Biden is obviously the worst president we've ever had, but they do cover for him. They cover for him. Who remembers Gerald Ford? He was an amazing guy. He was actually a great athlete. Once he took a slight spill at the bottom of the steps on Air Force One, and they would never let him forget it. Every night, every Saturday night on SNL, they ripped him for this one moment. He's dead, and they still call him a klutz. Joe Biden had a spectacular fall, and they covered it up. Did you see this? There's a good chance you didn't. He goes down, let's see here, once, twice, 3 times, and that was that. It's hard to find this footage. I guess falling down when you're getting on a plane is not a big deal, but a bunch of Afghanis desperately trying to get on a plane, an American plane, as it leaves Afghanistan, that is a big deal. Or those Afghanis falling not down when they got off the plane, but falling off the plane, that is a big deal. And they're also covering up for that.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, where real news for real people.